What up? Welcome to the Shrunken Survival Guide episode number 5. And in the last episode, we bashed up a bunch of ants, and today I'm going to show you what you do with all those ant parts. And then we're going to build a storage shed, so that'll be fun. Anyway, let's go.
Whoa, I'm not just small, I'm tiny. This is freaking awesome!
And let's go. Here we go. We're starting another day, another shrunken day. Day number 5. This is the 5th day. We've been like this out here in the backyard. As you can see, I'm in my workshop. I'm looking at all the stuff I can build, just scoping it out. I can build all sorts of stuff. But what am I looking for? I'm looking for the ant club because we bashed a bunch of ants. So we're going to go ahead into our little storage box here and see what we got. We're going to need some of that. We're going to need some of that. And we're going to need some of that. And there we go. We're going to go ahead and build an ant club. And if you're wondering, the ant club is like the spiky sprig, but it's better. In fact, it's probably one of the most powerful weapons you can get in the game until you get to the really good stuff that we'll be talking about later, primarily the mint mallet. If you don't know, I'm a big fan of the mint mallet. As you can see, I'm getting the spiky sprig out of my backpack. I no longer need it because now I have the ant club. And the ant club is better. It's just way better. So you can get rid of the spiky sprig. You can toss it away. You can throw it out into the wilderness or out into the grass anyway. Or you can just store it away and maybe give it to one of your friends when they join your lobby and be like, here, you can have this crappy spiky sprig. But now we're going to build some ant armor too, because the ant armor may not be the best armor to wear when you're going out on bug bashing adventures. But when you're building things, the ant armor is great because you can carry more stuff with it. Just like the ant can lift up lots of heavy things, you can now lift up lots of heavy things with the ant armor on. And also, if you're wearing the ant armor, the ants will think you are an ant. Because I guess they're not that smart, and they're like, I guess that's an ant. So you can walk into the ant places, and the ants will not attack you unless you start doing things that are un-ant-like. So you got to act like an ant, too. Which means don't attack them. Or they will be like, that is not an ant. And they will attack you. And they'll probably win, unless you're awesome. But I'm going to teach you how to be awesome, so you don't have to worry about that. I'm going to teach you all the shrunken survival skills you need. So by the end of this series, you will be the best shrunken survivalist that you can be until they update and change the game. Then it's back to us all learning things again. At least you'll have more knowledge than people who didn't play the early access. So, you'll have some advantage there. But here we go. We're heading out. We built the ant armor. I got all the pieces. I built it all. So now I can wear it when I want to build things. But to be honest, I'm not going to wear it now. So I'm going to put it in my storage shed. And I'm going to leave it there. And then we're going to go out adventuring. And that ant got stuck under the scaffolding. If you saw the episode when I built the house, I was like, I'm going to build it low so that the ants don't get stuck under the scaffolding. And they got stuck under there anyway. What do you know? Anyway, we're running over to the oak tree because that's what I do in the mornings. I wake up, and then I forgot to drink my puncho, so I had to come back. By the way, those of you who don't know, I am the only shrunken survivalist in the world, period, to endorse puncho brand juice boxes as a survival mechanism. But anyway, in the morning time, every morning when I wake up in the early games, I like to come over here and just, do a little bit morning hike. Little morning jog over to the oak tree to collect some acorns. As you can see, I cut through some of that because you don't need to just see me catching acorns, but then I'm like, maybe you do, so you're going to see me do it really fast. So that's what we're doing, really fast acorn harvesting. Smack, smack, get the acorns. That's how you do it. In case you didn't know, this is how you get the acorns, this is where you get the acorns. And there's another puncho brand juice box that you can visit. And then you want to eat your acorn bits and then grab some more acorn bits. I always like to carry a stack of acorn bits in my backpack in case I get hungry while I'm out adventuring. And that happens a lot. You're out, you're exerting a lot of energy. You're chopping down grass or collecting sap or chopping up acorns with a tiny pebblet hammer. And, you get hungry. You're using up lots of energy, burning those calories. You don't have a lot of calories to spare because you're really small. Probably don't even... probably can't even weigh yourself on a scale. Gotta get like a fancy scale. But you can't because you're too small to buy anything, to hold a real job, to have a bank account. So none of that scales are out of the question unless you can build one. What would be the point? You weigh less than nothing. You can stand on grass and clovers. So don't worry about it. Just kill the weevils. Get some raw weevil meat. Take it back to your base camp. Cook it up. Got yourself some lunch. And that's what we're doing. We're heading back to the base. Not necessarily to cook up the weevil, but we're heading back there. Grab some grass. Throw it over here. Super fast. Super fast. Get it done. Head back in here. Now we slow it down. Slow it down. Because we're going to go ahead and put this stuff in the storage bin. And this is when I realized, oh my God, my storage bin is not big enough. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Well, I'm going to build a larger storage facility. How does that sound? How about that? That's what you do. When you run out of storage space, you come over here, you find a new location, and you say, it's time to build stuff. What are we going to build? We're going to build a storage shed. So chop down that grass, and you get Grass Master. That's right, no grass better mess with me. I'd chop it all down. And so we're going to chop grass. That's what you do when you build stuff. This is how you build stuff in Grounded. You chop down a bunch of grass. And I'm going to use this opportunity to tell you people about how to build stuff, because that's what we're talking about. And there's Ladybug crawling on through, and I'm not going to mess with it, even though I have the Ant Club and the Acorn Armor. And I could probably start collecting pieces to build my Ladybug armor, which is probably the best armor in the game currently. I'm not, because I'm building a storage shed for you all to see, because it's a base building episode, and it's an armor building episode, but the armor build, it only took a few minutes. So now we're going to build a base, and base building's a lot more than just building some little tiny armor. We're building a massive, 9 square centimeter structure here. Maybe 12 centimeters. I don't know. Maybe only 8. I don't know how far those are. If you know how far those are, let me know in the comments. Be like, oh, a piece of scaffolding is 2 centimeters long. Or, let me know. And I'll be like, now I know. I can sound smarter. Chop down the grass. Collect the plant fiber. You can use the plant fiber to make crude rope, which used to be known as woven fiber. But not anymore. It's crude rope now. And I will never again refer to it as woven fiber. If you ask me what woven fiber is, I will say, I don't know. I've never played a game where there's been woven fiber. I only know about crude rope. Are you talking about crude rope? Look at that ant kicking my grass plank around. Get out of here. Building stuff. Building a storage shed so I can store all your little ant parts and come for you and your little ant hill of ants. You shouldn't have built your ant hill so close to where I was going to build my storage facility. That's what I'm building here. This is a storage facility because that's what I do. I collect lots of resources. Oh, and don't do that. Don't build yourself into your scaffolding or you won't be able to move. That's something I learned. Maybe they've changed that. Maybe they'll update it in the future, but I learned that this gnat is flying around in my storage shed and I got to get rid of it. This is my workshop. You get out of here. And I've decided it is time to wear the ant armor because I am building stuff. See, I didn't know what I was going to do at the start, but then I decided, I've already built enough. I've begun the build. It's time to complete the build with the proper armor on to do the build. Now, I also kind of like that the ant armor sort of looks like the samurai helmet. I think that's cool. The aesthetically wise, I think the ant helmet is my favorite helmet because it looks like a samurai helmet. And if you haven't watched my other videos, you should watch my other videos because I go over a lot of grounded content in those. Some of it is repeated here in these videos, but nonetheless, you will learn things. And I have read that if you learn the same thing 3 times in a row, you're more likely to remember it. So maybe you should watch these videos 3 times, give me 3 likes, and comment the same time 3 times. That would be cool. Cool. Anyway, here we are running through the grass. Running through it, and we got, as you can see with the ant armor, I can carry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 additional or 8 carryable pieces, meaning the wood or the grass. And you can build stuff. and then you pile it up. Now, some people might be like, well, why do you have all those planks there if you're not going to use them? Well, because I actually, if you're wondering, I build the planks and stuff to keep the grass from growing. Because otherwise the grass and everything just regrows. If you don't put anything on the ground, the grass will just grow there. So I put the planks and stuff down to stop the grass from growing until I start building like pebblet roadways. I'm going to build roadways around my backyard using the pebblet roadways or the pebblet foundations and the clay foundations. I will build roads and pathways, and it'll be epic. And I'll show it to you all, and you'll be like, this is epic. And if you don't, well, I'm the tiny pirate, so I'm going to come to your world, and I'm going to be like, oh, you think yours is so epic, huh? You know, what happens when a pirate shows up? And tiny pirate styles their way through your awesome little base camp. I'm just joking. I wouldn't do that. I would help you build it. I would be like, this is really cool. Let's build something awesome. That's what I like to do, build awesome stuff. I'm building this awesome little work shed here, and I built that awesome little other work shed. And the one I'm building now is a storage shed. It's going to have a lot of crates in it, so I can keep all of my stuff nice and organized. If you watch my videos, you know I like to keep my inventories nice and organized, so I know where everything is, so I can find it when I need it, and I will imagine I will be needing it quite often as time progresses. And they add more and more stuff to the game, so we can build more and more stuff for our bases and for our armors and for all the cool stuff that they're going to add to the game. Like hopefully a Micro Machines racetrack that we can build roller coasters with, and then you get to have different roller coaster cars that are made from the Micro Machines that you find hidden all over the backyard, and you have to do various quests, and maybe they're like secret things, and then I don't know. It would be cool. There's a lot of potential in this game. I've been talking with people on the Discord. If you ever want to chat with me on the Grounded Discord, sometimes I hang out there when I'm working on artwork, actually. That is at my artwork station computer. And I will answer questions, or if I see people having trouble in the game, or if I see people talking about interesting Grounded-related topics, I might chime in. Or if you have a specific question or maybe an idea for a video or want me to see me do something crazy and Grounded and be like, this should be in your next video, I'll be like, okay, maybe I'll see if I'll put it in a video, you know? Or maybe you're like, hey, I want to play Grounded with you. I want to be in a video. Okay. I can't record your voice yet because I can't figure out how to get that to work, but I'll work on it. And then maybe you'll be with Tiny Pirate and we'll be building something awesome. You know, like the museum. I got to build a museum. You know, about the history of the backyard. I'll be like, this is where I first was woke up, shrunk, and this is the baseball, and we can't move it to the museum, so the museum's really like a tour, I guess. But it won't be a tour, it'll be a building. It'll be called the museum, and people will go there, and there'll be an admission fee. You'll have to pay, like, I don't know, 2 avid roasts? No, not even. The jerkies, because I don't want it to spoil. In case you're wondering, I don't usually build a jerky thing until way later in the game. I prefer my aphid roast nice and fresh. Just like I prefer them in the real world. Nice and fresh. Aphid jerky's not good. No. In case you were wondering. Anyway, now I'm working on it. See, I've built the foundation. I built the floors. You got to know how to build the floors and the stairs. If you don't know how to build the floors and the stairs, you should go check out episode number 1. But by now, I hope that every Grounded player knows how to build the stairs and the floors. Unless you're a brand new Grounded player or somebody that's considering playing Grounded, I would highly recommend it. It's fun. And I know some people are like, well, there's not much to do yet. Well, it's a survival game, so there's always resources to collect because eventually they'll maybe keep adding stuff, and maybe it'll pull like a No Man's Sky, and like 5 to 6 years from now, you'll be able to build giant grass mech armors. Wouldn't that be cool? I don't know. Probably not. It would totally ruin the dynamic of the game. Anyway, here we are, doing this stuff, chopping the grass. And it's nighttime, and I usually don't like to do stuff at night, but I really wanted to get as much work in on this as possible on day number 5 because, and I still had thirst and the hunger meter was still pretty full, so that means I could work into the night because in case you were unaware, when you sleep, no matter what your thirst and hunger meter are at, When you wake up the next day, they will always be 1/4 full. No matter what, you can be starving and dying of thirst the night before. If you go to sleep, you will wake up with 1/4 of your thirst meter full. And if you're full of water and you're full of hunger, full of food when you go to sleep, you will still wake up with just 1/4 full of your health, or of your food and of your water. Your health will be restored. If your health is deplenished, your health meter will be restored, and your stamina meter will be restored. As you can see, I'm building here. I'm still building. I'm collecting all this stuff. I'm chopping down this grass. This is how you build. But it's getting late and it's getting dark, so I probably will be going to sleep soon. And you know what? There's really not much more for me to tell you in this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did enjoy it, please leave me a like. I really appreciate it. And if you would like to see more episodes of the Shrunken Survival Guide, or continued additional grounded-themed and grounded-related content in the future, you should consider subscribing to my channel, because I'm going to be uploading a lot of grounded stuff as Grounded unfolds. So thanks again for watching, and until next time.
Arg, matey, watch your step. There be a tiny pirate here.